Hello and welcome to the Minnesota Twins franchise on MLB The Show 17. My name is MrHurriicane, and this is episode 35 of the franchise. We are 1.5 years into the series now, and we're actually closing in on our record from a year ago, or our win total rather of a year ago. The Twins won 49 games before the All-Star break, after just 60 a year ago. It's been a massive turnaround for a team that is now in the playoff hunt. Will they stay there? That is the question as we move forward. A couple roster moves as we get this episode underway. We are sending Nico Goodrum back down to AAA, and after some time down at AAA, we're bringing up Eduardo Escobar, who has turned around his offense at least at that level. Now we're also going to be bringing back Byron Buxton, who hasn't hit well at the majors this year, didn't do much better at AAA, but I'm hoping that now he can come back up and move down in the order and start to ascend again as a hitter. We are sending Max Kepler down, as he could use a little bit of refinement down at AAA as well. And we will jump into today's game. We have the Twins and the Oakland Athletics. Both teams have similar records and hope to stay in this wild card hunt and potential division title chases. We have Yadier Alvarez on the mound this time. It's been a very up and down season for him, a 4.35 ERA. We've seen a lot of good moments from him though, and it has been promising at times. Facing Kelby Tomlinson to open up the game, he gets a strikeout on that changeup. Tomlinson came into this game hitting over 300, the A's most productive hitter. Here is Chris Davis, who has recently been placed on the trading block, but he hasn't been as good on offense this year, hitting just 226. Davis does get a single off a 2-0 fastball from Alvarez, who then missed a few pitches, and this first inning took a little more time than you would like. However, no runs come across, fly out to center to Byron Buxton. It's of course great to have him back for the defense, but he's moved down significantly in the order. Here we're against Sonny Gray, a player I did think about trading for during last offseason. We have Brandon Phillips now leading off, one of our all-stars, one of two. And Phillips jumping on a high fastball from Gray, sends it out to right, and this is tracked down by Matt Joyce. With Phillips at the 1 spot, we have Yunel Escobar up to 2. The hottest batter in the Twins order, but he grounds out softly for the second out. A very quick start for Sonny Gray, but there's still Miguel Sano to deal with. Gray not getting Sano to chase these fastballs, and he ends up losing him after getting ahead in the count. So Sano draws a 2-out walk, and that brings up cleanup hitting Joe Mauer. Base hit into right field on a pitch left right over the middle. Now, with Max Kepler going down to AAA, taking his place in right is Daniel Palka. He's getting the chance to start every day, and he lifts a pitch deep to right field, taking Sonny Gray out of here for a 3-run jack in the first inning. For a team that's lacked offense this year, getting a big 2-out rally against a good pitcher to start a game is quite impressive. And the big hit was delivered by a player who's been a role player until this very game. We have a lot of intriguing outfielders in this organization, and I'm not sure how it's going to play out going into the future. You have Rosario, Buxton, Palka, Kepler. We still have Zach Granite down at AAA, Alex Kirilloff in the organization. I'm looking for players to separate from the pack. Top of the second inning, there's a strikeout on Stephen Vogt as Yadier Alvarez tacks on another. And then against Matt Chapman, who's in the Rookie of the Year race. He'll go down to a 95-mile-per-hour fastball from Alvarez. Third K to this point. Alvarez strikes out the side. Matt Joyce, the last to go down. We'll go into the third inning. This is Ryan Healy, the first baseman. Alvarez quickly getting ahead and recording his 4th strikeout in a row. A perfect 0-2 slider just off the outside part of the plate. Another one here as he gets Smolinski to look at a strikeout. Going back to the top of the order, Kelby Tomlinson ends the streak with a hit that grazes the chalk. An 0-2 jammed line drive. So the A's get a little something, but Marcus Semien on the ground to short, inning over, and a very strong first 3 innings for Alvarez. We'll go back to the Twins hitting. This is a fly ball off the bat of Yunel Escobar. I was hoping after that 3-run home run we'd just keep smashing whatever Gray threw at us, but he rebounded. That's what good veteran pitchers are going to do. They're not going to let a bad first inning ruin the day. He strikes out Sano to end the 3rd inning, and we move on to the 4th. Alvarez gets a 2-2 count here against Canna and strikes him out on the high fastball. This one clocks in at 97. Steven Vogt again, soft ground ball. Phillips moving to his right. Easy play. Now, normally Alvarez gives up a lot more hard hit contact than this, so I was really impressed. Bottom 4, Minnesota. Joe Mauer works the count as he has done throughout his career, but looks at strike 3. This game was moving along very quickly after the Daniel Palka home run, as Alvarez records his 8th strikeout of the game. 1 out here in the 5th inning. He actually falls behind a batter. Joyce takes a couple pitches, but gets a green light 3-0 on a low fastball. Alvarez gets back in the battle. Payoff pitch strikes him out. He probably could have walked on that 4th pitch. I'm not really sure why they swung at that. Let's go bottom 5 now for the Twins. This is Byron Buxton, batting 7th in this game. Ground ball hit straight at Ryan Healy, and that's an easy ground out. Nothing of note from Buxton's first couple at-bats back. Alvarez going strong into the 6th inning, still throwing at 96 miles per hour. There's a 95 fastball that swung on and missed. Alvarez racks up another one with the changeup. I wasn't sure how long he'd be able to go in this game because he was running out of energy, throwing pretty hard, and it took until basically that point for the A's to get another good swing off a pitch, but it was right at Joe Mauer. Bottom 6, Minnesota, trying to get something more off Sonny Gray. They had no hits beyond the 1st inning to this point. Phillips grounds out. Yunel Escobar, breaking pitch, smashed into the target field grass. Marcus Semien pulls Ryan Healy off the bag. So we finally get a base runner via the error. That brings up Joe Mauer. Went down looking earlier, now tries to turn on a breaking ball, fouls it off. Mauer looking at a 12-6. Gray gave us a couple meatballs in the 1st inning and we took advantage of them. But beyond the 1st, he didn't make those mistakes again. Into the 7th, Alvarez still in. Hard hit line drive right at Palka. The A's just can't find the openings. Line drive to Polanco completes the 7th for Alvarez, and that would be it for both starters. I was happy to see Sonny Gray leave the game because he was rock solid for 5 straight innings. However, Daniel Colombe picks up where he left off. Palka strikes out, lazy fly here from Jorge Polanco. Unfortunately, the 2-out rally early in the game was not a sign of things to come. Buxton's turn, fly ball right center field, but also pretty lazy despite pretty good distance behind it. We'll go into the 8th inning with Trevor May coming into the game, just trying to maintain the lead, and that is a filthy curveball. The Twins kept on striking out these athletic batters. 2-2 count here to Joyce. Strike 3 on the fastball. The 12th strikeout for Minnesota. One more out to go in the 8th inning. Grounded to Brandon Phillips. No problem. Not much offense going on here between the Twins and the A's after the All-Star break. Into the bottom of the 8th inning, it's Jason Castro. Line drive to right, and that is missed by Joyce. Castro gets the Twins back in the hit column, and a great chance to tack on one more run. Eddie Rosario can't advance him. Fly ball, not very deep in the outfield. That's the 1st out. Back to the top now, Brandon Phillips. Breaking ball, hit hard to Semien. Makes a great play to his left and throws accurately to Healy. 2 down, Escobar chops it to 3rd base, and the Twins can't add another run, so it remains a save situation for the All-Star closer Glenn Perkins, looking for save number 29. Starting here against Smolinski, it's a swinging bunt, and it's popped for Perkins, easy 1st out. A's go back to the top of their order, Kelby Tomlinson. Fastball called, 0-2 count. Tomlinson gets hit. A check swing on a pitch that just kept running inside. So the A's get a base runner, and Semien with a base hit delivers, putting 2 aboard. tying run now at the plate, and it's Chris Davis. One of the A's best hitters over the years, but he pops it up as well. 2 down. Now it's up to Canna. Perkins just needs one more out, fastball fouled away. Perkins gets the 0-2. Canna now has to protect and lines it at Brandon Phillips to end the game. A victory for the Minnesota Twins. Each team just 3 hits apiece, but the Twins got the one that counted the most, a 3-run home run from Daniel Palka. The winning runs were scored in the very first inning. The Twins came in with the 12th best team ERA in the league, and Yadier Alvarez gave them a fantastic 7 innings, 2 hits, and 10 strikeouts. Big way to come out of the All-Star break, as we have another game against the A's coming up here. We're late in the game, down 1, and Byron Buxton, a player we need to step up, has a chance to at least tie the game for Minnesota. 1 out, runners at the corners, bottom of the 9th inning. And Buxton grounds one back to the pitcher, and you're just not going to double up Buxton on a hit like that. It's not flashy, it's not exciting, but it does tie the game. So the Twins looking to walk it off. Jason Castro, but they're focused more on Buxton's speed, and I can't blame them. However, we were just not interested in the first couple pitches of the at-bats. But after the second ball, for sure, Buxton will go and take second. Winning run now just a base hit away, so the A's got to be careful. 3-1, Castro, fly ball into right. That won't do anything for Minnesota. We have extra innings in Minneapolis. So Tom Wilhelmsen on the mound here for the Twins. And he'll strike out Chris Davis on the curveball just on the outside part of the plate. 2 down, and he'll get another strikeout with that nasty curveball. Wilhelmsen has been a nice addition to our bullpen this year. But we want to win this game. It's Miguel Sano, bottom of the 10th inning, and he'll swing and whiff on the cutter. This game continued. We'll go into the 12th inning now. We have Trevor May in the game, giving up a hard hit liner into the right center gap. Cut off, so it's held to a base hit. 1 out here for the A's, and Kelby Tomlinson looks at a 12-6. The 2-2 from May is lifted deep to left toward the foul pole, and it hits it for a 2-run home run from Kelby Tomlinson. The A's get the big hit late, and the Twins now have to play catch up in the bottom of the 12th. Liam Hendricks comes into the game, no saves on the year, looking for his first. We start with Jorge Polanco, who was hitless with a .247 average on the year. Polanco, line drive, Tomlinson takes it away. Right after giving the Athletics a 12th inning lead, watch the extension here from Tomlinson. He covers some ground on this leap. Just a phenomenal play as he dives out to his right. That brings up Byron Buxton. Buxton jammed a bit, flies it into right. Easy play, and the Twins down to their last out. Here is Jason Castro, 2-1 pitch into right. This time no one's going to catch it, and the Twins do get a base runner, so tying runs at the plate. Brandon Phillips into left field, down for a base hit. The Twins get a little something going here. Yunel Escobar takes a changeup low. Twins getting into some good situations, and a grounder past short. Bases loaded for Minnesota. They won't test the run. They need 2 just to tie anyway. So they're loaded for Miguel Sano, who tries to rip a low fastball and comes up empty. 0-1. Outside on the changeup. Then a breaking ball, again low, and Sano comes up empty. 1-2, strikes him out. They keep the pitches down. Sano can't connect, and the A's just hang on. That was a disappointing way to end the game. We get such a great rally going, and then they have the right approach against Miguel Sano. And I've seen every team pretty much treat him the same way. They attack him low in the zone with a lot of off-speed pitches. And I've wanted to get better with Sano in this series, So we are going to do some player lock with Miguel Sano to end the episode. Right now, Sano has, I believe, 21 or 22 home runs, 240 average. There's a fastball right over the middle. I don't see Sano get a lot of those. So that was an easy one to jump all over. Daniel Palka here is going to line it into left field, and the Twins get the bases loaded here again, trying to break the game open against Colorado in a quick little 2-game interleague series. Now tell me why we lay down a bases loaded 0-2 bunt with 2 outs with Eddie Rosario. I couldn't figure that one out all night. I was thinking about it. Twins end up getting the victory here against Colorado in a low-scoring game. We had Palka go yard in this one. Twins win 2-0, and we had a win from Steven Gonzalez, who had 6 walks in this game and 1 hit allowed. We'll go into the next game now against Colorado, and here are the numbers now on the season. You can see Escobar's average at 281, Palka's at 272. Third inning for Sano. Again, fastballs over the middle, and Sano able to put it back into center field to drive in another run. Sano is first on the team in RBIs, to be expected, and home runs. Then a ground ball from Palka later in the inning, and the Twins have their inning ended. We'll head into the game later with Miguel Sano, 4-2 Colorado. And again, pitch up, and Sano can do something with it. I thought I'd get a chance to try some of those low changeups that have given me so many issues, but perhaps the Rockies, being a National League team, don't have the full scouting report here on Miguel Sano. 2 on, 2 out, and down 2, it's a Palka grounder, and the Twins again are retired here in the inning. Trying to come back against the Rockies, down 2, there's a fastball just off the plate. Sano trying to do some damage with 2 aboard, but they are clearly pitching around him in this at-bat. Everything close, but no need to offer at any of those 4 pitches. They're loaded now. Joe Mauer, grounded through the right side, and the Twins get 1, and keep them loaded for Daniel Palka. Twins looking to tie the game, and Palka will do just that. Sano heads to third, the Twins get their 4th run, but that would be all we'd score in that inning. So let's go on to the 9th in a tie game. This is where you want Miguel Sano. 2-1 pitch, lifted to right, to the wall, it's off the wall and down for just a single. A far cry from the walk-off home run I thought we were about to witness. Now they take Sano out of the game. Quentin Berry comes in. It's understandable. He has the wheels. He's taken off for second. And Berry now just a base hit away from a winning run. Joe Mauer inside as the count gets evened up. And then a high fastball is called a strike. So we can't win it in the 9th. And in the 10th, or the 11th rather, the Rockies get a triple and a double with their 8 and 9 hitters with 2 outs. So we're down by a run going into the bottom of the 11th inning. John Jay delivers a hit, a big one for him. It's hit number 1,000 in his career. Very cool milestone to reach as he beats the shift. Also, it's another chance for Minnesota to create a late game rally. Jay has good speed on first base. So here's Rosario, pitch up, taken into left field, but very shallow and caught for the first out of the inning. Back to BP at the top of the order. Phillips into left, but a line drive hit right at the left fielder. Down to our last out, Yunel Escobar's turn. Line drive to left again. This time it finds the grass. 2 on for Minnesota, and will pinch hit Kenny Vargas. Very good against left-handed pitching. As Vargas steps in, falls behind. But no panic here. Back to 2-2 and works the count full. Runners go, and Vargas takes a fastball to load the bases. Another chance with them loaded for Minnesota. Down just 1 run, it's Joe Mauer, and the Rockies fall behind him 2-0. Mauer with a chance to win the game. Line drive, caught at short by Story, and the Rockies hang on, denying another late Twins rally. We kept getting so close, but we're 1 hit away from actually getting the job done. Rockies win in Target Field 5-4. Trevor May gets the loss. These are the kind of games we're going to have to find ways to win if we are to stay in the playoff hunt. We kind of stumbled coming out of the All-Star break as we split the series against Colorado, we had lost the series to the A's, and then facing Detroit, who leads our division, we end up splitting the first two, getting some big offense in this game, homers from Buxton, Sano, and Pena, but the Tigers took this series as well, so 3 straight series that we could not win. And that little bit of misstep did take us out of the wild card spot that we had maintained at the All-Star break. We just need to make sure things get back on track. We have the Cardinals for 4 games coming up, and then the White Sox, a team I feel we haven't played for a very long time. They are currently in the bottom of the American League Central. The Twins now 8 games off of their win total from last year, and I just want to see how much improvement we can make. Miguel Sano is currently on a nice hot streak, hitting .252. And let me know in the comments section if you enjoyed that player lock segment with Sano. I had done that for some players down at the minors, but now we get a little more extended time at the majors, and I thought it was kind of fun to take a step back and still see what other batters on the team could do when Sano was on base. At AAA, the Red Wings are currently 50-51, kind of struggling themselves, and the Lookouts are still dominant, even with great players on the disabled list. Maxwell Fowler at AAA, that team just keeps on rolling, and they're about to get a heavy hitter back, as Willie Ordonez is almost recovered from his knee injury that's kept him on the disabled list for 2 months. We are also going to get Mitch Garver, our catcher down at AAA, back soon. I may have to spend some time down in the minors with these players who are recovering from injuries and are very good when they are healthy. Carlos Rodriguez hitting .302 leads the way for the offense down at AA, and Gary Tadano, 11-4 record down there. I do want to get around to a player lock segment with Tadano, as he was our 2nd round pick last year, and like Maxwell Fowler, I hope he's a part of our future rotation. That will do it for this episode. Thank you all for watching. Please leave your feedback down below in the comments section. The poll on today's video is talking about if the Twins should make a move before the deadline. Is it worth it this year to try and acquire a player so that we can make a late season run? Subscribe to the channel for much more Twins franchise on the way. I'll see you all next time. Have a great day.